Hi, good evening. I'm good.
Thank you so much. Let me just start recording. Yeah, once again, good evening. I was just, putting systems in place. Takes a while, but anyway, we are in time. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Good. Kanav and Siddharth are here. Let other people also join. So, Siddharth, how had been this 2 days for you in terms of understanding and the learnings which we have been imparting since the last 2 days?
I mean, everything was with absolute clarity and, with the expectations I
Mhm.
registered for the session. I mean,
Yeah,
you're fulfilling that expectation. So, so many new things I learned and hoping to carry forward that into taking action as well.
sure. Nice. Thank you so much. So the sole purpose is to give you that kind of a value which will allow you to take your business ahead. And there are so many things, the knowledge is huge and a lot of people doing a lot of things. The only thing is you should be having a direction, a unidirection approach towards success, right? Otherwise, there are a lot of things you cannot say no to anything. It feels like, but again, if you try to do everything, you'll be lost somewhere. So there has to be a perfect plan. There has to be a roadmap to move ahead, right? So thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, we have Kamlesh here as well and Sheher. Good evening, Kamleshwar and Sheher. We missed you, Kamleshwar. Yesterday you were not there. What happened?
sorry, I had to be out uh, due to something and couldn't make it yesterday. I'm very sorry.
Okay. Are you in our group? If you are in our group, you can see the recordings as well.
Uh, in the WhatsApp group,
No, in our Facebook group, in our private Facebook group. No, you're
I
not there.
I don't. I'm not really sure. I'll have to check.
Okay. Are you in the group? The group you would be there in
WhatsApp.
the group.
Yeah, I'm in the
WhatsApp
WhatsApp.
group. So what I'll do, I'll put the link to the uh, Facebook group. If you're not there, you just need to answer a few questions which are very simple, and then you can come into the group as well.
Sure,
Right?
sure. Thank you and very helpful. Thank you so much. First day I did attend. It was quite very helpful session. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Sheher, Damini. Yes, Sheher,
Hello,
you.
everyone. Good morning, good evening, sir. I'm
Yeah,
just I'm outside and I'm a little bit slow of network, so I'll on my video a little while ago.
delicious. Take your time, but do come with your videos on. Yeah, welcome, Sheher. How are we
Hello,
doing?
sir.
I
I'm good. How are you, sir?
all good, all good. I see lots of messages, and you and Kanav have been talking a lot, and he
Yes,
has
sir.
been helping you a lot. That was really nice. Actually, that's the part
Thank
of
you.
the community. I always,
Yeah,
yesterday I talked about the power of community. Let's say if I'm available, if I'm not available, there is somebody who is helping each other. And it's like, without any expectations of getting something from you. So if all the people are like that, see the power of, community. So thank you so much, Kana, for, helping
yes,
Seher.
sir.
I saw a
Thank you
lot of,
so
कनव ने
much
तो
for the
बहुत
kind words.
yeah.
कनव ने तो बहुत हेल्प की है मेरी सुबह से मैं इनका सर खा रही हूँ
Yeah, that's nice.
No
Yeah,
problem.
see,
No problem.
afternoon I saw around 56 messages in, WhatsApp. I said, what happened? Who is talking to whom? And you saw only Seher and Kana were talking to each other. But I really liked it because the way he has guided you, he is already helping you a lot. And best part is you are doing everything, immediately. You're not, waiting for somebody to do it for you. And I really appreciate that
Yeah,
action-oriented approach. Thank you so much.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
She is
Welcome.
really a good action taker.
Yes, she is, no doubt about it.
Thank you.
So that's make you, see, as I said, it's not about, doing business and, anything you do in life, you cannot do it alone. You need to have, people who are growth oriented, so that even if you are slow at some place, people will pull you up. That's the power of a, growth minded community and all those things. Right. So good. Thank you so much. So would you like
Sir,
to, yes, Kana?
sir, just want to share my experience with you.
Yeah, yesterday's experience and whatever you want to share, please. I'll put
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
on the
yeah,
spotlight. Let me do
yeah.
that. Give me a second. Yeah,
Sure, sir.
hi, Meena is here. Thank you so much, Meena. Meena, you missed 2 days, I think. No issues.
Uh,
Uh, welcome. Yes, Kana.
First of all, Alok sir, I just want to thank you so much for these training sessions.
because I have already attended so many workshops and webinars. Some are paid, some are free, but I never never get these kind of valuable information like you are providing us. They are almost selling their courses in webinars for 3 hours, and you are giving us a great knowledge.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you so
Hope it
much.
has hope it
So
has
thank you
helped
so much,
you.
sir.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
definitely, sir.
for
Definitely. You are just giving gold mine learnings for us.
thank you so much.
So
I really appreciate it. See, if you are getting value, that is my success. So looking forward to more and more success to you as well. Keep doing the work. Right. Okay.
thank you so much.
Now we have Siddharth. You were not on the spotlight. There are a few more people. If you want to come on the spotlight once again, just share one, two liners of whatever things you have learned and your experience for the last 2 days.
I mean, you just not only shared the tactics, but the core of the message, like what should be inside your core.
Mhm,
That was the main thing what you tried to come up, and
mhm.
the one-to-one connection that you build. I mean, the kind of spotlight and the kind of opportunity you give everybody. That is not. I mean, the one-to-one approach is missing in the coaching industry, and that is what I like about it.
Thank you so much. When you wrote the same thing in your review as well, I read it. Thank you so much for that. Good. So now I'll take Sheher, if you want to come on the spotlight and share your learnings and experience for the last 2 days. Yes.
Yes, sir. I learned a lot. और सर मैं हिंदी में शेयर करूंगी. मेरी
Yeah.
इंग्लिश थोड़ी है ऐसी है.
Go ahead.
सर मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखा और जो है ना जो कल आपने जो टिप्स दिए जिससे मैंने ग्रुप बनाया और मेरे अभी ग्रुप में जो है वो 15 से 16 जो वो औरतें हैं वो आ चुकी हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. तो मैं बहुत अच्छे से आप हेल्प कर रहे हैं और फिर आपकी जो पूरी जो ग्रुप में जो मेरी कन्नव ने हेल्प की आपने की वो अमेजिंग है. ठीक है. और वो मैं यही सोच रही हूँ कि 3 दिन में इतना कुछ मिला है तो अगर पूरी कोचिंग लूंगी तो कितना कुछ मिलने वाला है.
Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Welcome. Good. Nice. So now I'd like, see, Meena has joined here and Rakesh is here. I think these two people have not been in the last 2 days. So Meena, can you just, come up and share something about you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I have joined first day, half of the session as I was traveling that time, and in
Okay.
some meeting after that.
Okay.
So missed half of the session, but half of the session I was there and I have heard few of the tips which you have shared. Yeah, second session I missed yesterday because I have some work, so missed the session. But today I thought to join. So I'm
Mhm.
from Ghaziabad and working as as two, 20 years into the insurance sector, so almost 2 decades,
Okay.
working in a training industry
Mhm.
from last so many years. So sales and training both experience I have in insurance, and parallelly I'm just building my coaching also on a
Mhm.
personal branding. So people say personal branding. I said I am just creating new avatars because we all have a unique fingerprints, so we
Yeah.
have something unique in ourselves also. So I'm just trying to build how they can create their passive income, because
Mhm.
everyone has some passion in it, and how
Correct.
they can monetize their passion into profit. So this is the thing which I'm just how I created. I just want others to help them out. This
Sure.
is what
Thank you
I'm
so
doing.
much. Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
sir.
sharing your things. Right, good. So Rakesh is not having some problem with the audio and video. Anyways, so we'll start right away without spending more time. It's already 8 minutes. So we'll have a quick recap of what we did yesterday and day before. So the topic of day 3 today is the neuroscience behind sales. So we have already understood what fundamentals we need to have. Day 1 we did that and we talked about the content creation, different types of contents, purpose and everything. Second day we talk about how we generate leads, and we can create a pipeline of leads. So this is what we did. Day 1, day 2, Day two was, FB profile, FB group, and FB stories, what we are going to do to generate high quality leads. And I just said, we already have lots of leads within us. Now we need to know how we are going to talk, how we are going to take it ahead so that it converts into our high paying customers, right? Okay. So the recap is done. I know there are very few people as of now. Few people would join late, I believe. No issues. Debasmita is also here. Welcome, Debasmita. Good. So now the grand winner of this event would be announced at the end of the session. So please bear with me. I wanted to give some surprises, and there is a special prize as well for the grand winner of this entire event, which has been, right from the beginning when I started communicating about it in the social media, and then we had this 3 days event. So let's have some patience and let's talk about sales. Today's session is all about sales. And before talking about sales, I wanted to let you know that by default, I have been into sales for last 20 years. By default, I never understood that I'm going to be in sales. I'm a hardcore mechanical engineer. I started my career from a production, unit in UAE. I was as a part of the company, I was producing petrochemical valves. So I'm a hardcore manufacturing guy. I used to pour 36 grades of steels, right? And I specialize in two hardcore principles of manufacturing, which is forging and foundry. So anything which you see around here as an automobile component or an aircraft component, all these components are being made either by foundry or forge. These are the only two basic technologies. You can go and explore about it. And I come from a college which is now renamed as National Institute of Advanced Manufacturing Technology. So previously it was named as NIFFT, which is National Institute of Foundry and Forge Technology, the only one in Asia which gives you a specialization in foundry and forge technologies. So we used to say that, from a needle to an aeroplane, we can manufacture anything. So that was my core expertise. I was campus placed in UAE directly to that particular company where I was doing that. Something happened, I stayed there in UAE for 1 year. My family remanded me. I came back, started my career from different industry altogether. I was in Godrej and Boyce Manufacturing Company Limited, which is headquartered in Mumbai. If you people know, Godrej is a very old company, and the furniture division of Godrej is long, long back. Even when we see an Almira in our house, we say it is Godrej, right? That kind of a thing is. So I worked in that division for 4 years, but initial 1 year was only in after sales, and by default people picked me up and brought me into sale because I was able to make good relationship and I was able to help people. That was, and I used to handle all those big companies, all those government and PSUs, Noratnas, you can say, talk about ONGC, NTPC, BHEL, all these big companies I was taking care of. And even in IT sector, if I talk about, I was taking care of companies like Siemens, IBM, Convergys. At that time, it was Convergys, IBM, Microsoft, Adobe, and all these names, big names. I came into sales by default. It was not my choice. That is, I'm saying. But slowly and steadily, because of my own approach, I was doing better because the only intent which I had was to help people. Yes, there was a company behind me, but as a system, I was the front face and I used to live up with my commitments and never cheated people. Normally, sales is supposed to be, thing where people do cheat and do false promises and, everything. Right? Sales people are treated like that. But I made a different perception of myself and my company wherever I worked. And I was literally recognized not only by the company, but by my suppliers as well as my customers that this guy, he doesn't lie. He tells upfront whatever the fact is, and that is how I moved up in my career. So sales is again a very diverse field, and it has been taught and talked about since years and ages. Now I wanted to ask you, what's your perception of sales? So is sales good or bad? That is what I wanted to know from you. What's your perception of sales? Anybody who wants to?
Good, sir, good. From
Good.
my side, good.
Okay, Meena ji, you tell me. You raise your hand.
Whereas I was into sales from this till now, so I can say sales is always good, and we are selling every time from the childhood to till now.
Very nice. Exactly. Anybody else? Everybody agrees to it?
I
Sales is
believe
good.
that sales is service.
Yeah,
Is next to is a kind of service.
correct. Sales is service. Exactly. Sales is service. And the best thing which Meena told us is we are selling right from our childhood till the death. Everybody is selling something or the other, right from the childhood. A child cries. I always give this example. A child cries and the selling is happening. What is he selling or she selling if a child is crying? Selling her pain, his pain. The mother feels that pain and then feeds her or checks if there is some problem, right? The baby is not comfortable. So selling is happening every moment. We do sales with our kids, with our family, with our everybody, with our friends. We do sell something or the other, whether it is an idea, whether it is a fear, whether it is a desire, whether it is a pain, but we are daily selling and we're continuously into the process of sales. So sales is always good, not only for the sake of commercial transaction, but understand if a doctor stops selling his services, what will happen? If a lawyer doesn't give his services, what will happen? Right? If as a mother you stop your services, cooking and all those things, what will happen to the family? Right? So there are a lot of things which are being taken care when we do a sale, and we do sale by default. We don't need to learn. Learning sales is required when we do a something very specific. Let's say some new project or some new product is there which we don't know. We learn about it and then we do sales. So that is what sales is all about. Meena would be very comfortable, understanding and listening to me because she has been into sales for long years. People who are not into sales, especially coaches, उनके लिए दिक्कत क्या है? Because now I have not seen anybody here who cannot understand Hindi, but anyway, I'll continue in English. People who have not sold anything as a profession, they feel very uncomfortable and feeling that they are doing something wrong. But understand, if you don't sell your services, you are gone. And one other thing which is missing, that somebody needs your help, maybe your services. You are depriving that services from that person because you are not able to sell or you are not trying to sell, whatever. Right? Yes, Mina, you're saying something. Tell me.
Yeah, sir. Yesterday, I missed your session because I used to go ISKCON temple for 2 hours to learn Gita.
Okay.
So the one example Guru has given yesterday to us. This is the time when the Gita books they are distributing right now.
Okay.
And she shared ki last 3-4 years back when she started this journey to distribute Gitas in this month, and the one day she was standing in outside of the metro station, and one young guy, 25-26 years of old, she has handed over Gita to him and said कि then that guy asked कि ये सच में मेरी परिस्थिति बदल देगा, मेरी situation बदल देगा, and that lady said कि हाँ, मैंने बोला कि yes, ये तुम्हारी बदल देगा. और she said कि उसने वो गीता लिया और उसने बोला अगर ये मेरी परिस्थिति नहीं बदली तो मैं आपसे कहाँ मिल सकता हूँ. तो उन्होंने अपना इंदिरापुरम का इस्कॉन टेम्पल का एड्रेस भी दे दिया कि तुम यहाँ आके मुझे ये गीता वापस कर देना और अपने पैसे ले जाना.
Right.
That guy ना bought that book Gita and next day वो टेम्पल आया और उसने आके उस गुरुजी को थैंक्स बोला, मैडम को, गुरुजी को, और बोला गुरुजी अगर आप मुझे शायद कल ये गीता नहीं देते ना, मैं कल सुसाइड करने जा रहा था. पता नहीं आपने मुझे कहाँ से ये गीता दिया और मैंने इसको पढ़ा और मेरी जिंदगी, मुझे लगता है अब इसी से मैं आगे चलूंगा और मुझे अब इसको और अच्छे से समझना है, तो क्या आप मुझे सिखाओगे?
Right.
So sometimes we feel na selling is bad, but see that Guruji was selling Gita in front of that Vishali metro station, and somehow she able to help one person, and the person is now able to live his own life, मतलब the way the person wants to live. So you never know आप किसकी help करने जा रहे हो.
Correct.
So we are
Exactly.
into the coaching or counseling, or in what area we are doing sales, somehow we are helping someone else. So अगर आप इस मोड से अगर आप शायद selling करेंगे हम, तो शायद वो हमें sales नहीं लगेगा.
Correct.
So this is what I want to share.
Exactly, very right. And you put it the right point. We don't have to sell for the sake of selling. We need to sell for the sake of serving. So that said that selling is service. And you don't know who is going to get benefited out of it. If you don't do it, somebody would be deprived of it, and you're not doing justice to yourself. So selling is nothing is wrong. And everybody is selling now. Who is not selling? We go to buy vegetables, we go to buy groceries. If that person stops selling and everybody stops selling, Are we going to go to the fields and start, cultivating our own crops? It's not possible for every one of us. Few people are doing it. Unki wajah se hum kha rahe hain actually, right? So they are, cultivating the crops. They are selling to somebody, and that's how these things are coming to us, right? So somebody is doing something or the other, right? So selling is not bad. First of all, remove from your mind that selling is bad. Number one, if you don't believe in yourself that you are going to help somebody, you'll always feel like, doing something wrong. And selling is nothing wrong. So one mental, mind shift, I would tell you that feel happy that you're able to sell something. Because you're not selling something, you are able to help somebody with your services, right?
Selling is how we change people's lives.
Correct. Exactly. So we understood that selling is not bad, because if you don't sell, then what? How are you going to reach out to the people? How are you going to help them with the services? There's no other way without selling, right? You cannot do charity for long. For charity also you need money. You need some that kind of a resources from where you can feed somebody, or you want to help somebody, you can do that. But it always said that you should be having that kind of a money to help even others. So without selling, you cannot have revenue, right? So let's talk about myths about sales in coaching. Normally, I have seen, I've met lots of people in as a coaches, and they have certain mind blocks, which is I have named as myths. So what are the myths? People think that they are knowledgeable. There are coaches who are knowledgeable, and they think that, okay, we are knowledgeable and people would come to us automatically. Does this happen? So this is a myth. It doesn't happen that way. People will not approach you to a level unless and until you become that big or that known. I'm talking about people who have started coaching as a business or as a journey, and they are, in midway somewhere. They have not made that kind of a brand or visibility that everybody would be coming to us. There are coaches, there are big coaches in this world. Tony Robbins, everybody knows about him if somebody is in a coaching industry. So he has made that a kind of a brand because he has been working as a coach when he was 15 years of age. And today he is around 60. So he has made this brand in the last 45 years. It took him to come to this level, right? Now, people need our services. If you don't know, they would, this is a myth, like, people need our services and they would find us. Let's say I need some services, I need some life coach, and there are n number of life coaches. You are not, there is no one life coach, there is no one career coach, there is no one branding coach. There are thousands and thousands and lakhs of people who are doing the same thing. Then why I would go to you? Why I would find you to take your services? So this is again a myth that people definitely are in a problem, they need our services and they would find us. So again, this is a myth. People won't find you unless and until you are visible to them, right? And the third myth is, we are coaches, why should we go to someone or approach someone? See, it's your family, it's your business. If you need to do business, you need to go and do something. I'll give you an example, a real life example again. When I was working in Wipro, as I said, I think last day I shared, I was working as a regional manager to key accounts, and I was taking care of all the projects here in North. And one day I had a meeting. It's a real life story, I'd say. I had a meeting in Ericsson. That time it was not Sony Ericsson, it was only Ericsson. And I had a meeting, if people are aware of Gurgaon area, it has 2, 3 buildings there in DLF area. So I had a meeting in, and I was there with one of my VPs of my particular group. So VP and me were going to meet the head of projects for another project, which was pipeline. And when we entered the building, because I was very common to them, that was my key client. So I used to visit very frequently there. So all the guards and receptionists used to know me. So the moment I entered, one of the guards said, "Sir, आपके मालिक आने वाले हैं." मैंने कहा, मेरे मालिक कौन है भाई? मेरे मालिक कौन आ गया यहाँ पे? मैंने कहा, मैं समझा नहीं, कौन आ रहा है? बोला, अजीम प्रेम जी आ रहे हैं आज. Might be knowing the abhi I think he has given it the chairman position to his son, Ajim Premji. He was the chairman of Wipro at that time. So he was visiting that particular Ericsson to meet the South Asia head of Ericsson, who was sitting in the same building. So we thought, why not we meet him as well? So that was my first chance to meet him. As we waited for some 10, 15 minutes, he came in a car. and we just greeted him, and he, because we were wearing our Wipro's, blazer, and also he recognized that we are from Wipro, and he asked that what product you have come for here. So we talked about the furniture segment and the CCLG product which we're talking about. So he said, okay, keep doing. What next? His only question was what numbers you are talking about him, because I'm going to meet the South Asia head of Ericsson. If you need any help, I'll talk to him. So a person who is, billionaire, multi-billionaire, I would say, he is working for sales minded. Why should he be traveling to come and meet somebody? He had a lot of people, CEOs and all, they can travel and meet, all these big guys. That guy was meeting. That guy was on a sales call actually, right? So if that guy can come on a sales call, what's wrong in we doing a sales call and meeting people for our business? As simple as that. So that is one real life story which I wanted to share, because sales is always good and that helps us to get revenue. So we are coaches and we should go to the people whom we want to work with. So this is a myth, like a person who is a coach, if they don't want to approach someone, that makes their business dull. So these are a few of the myths. And now let's talk about the facts. Simple facts. The fact is, we are in a marketplace, right? You agree or not, we are in a marketplace where something is happening. Either I'm buying or selling, but somebody is buying and somebody is selling, and I'm into that same market, right? So we're in a marketplace and we need to have a system to get clients regularly. If we are in a business, if we are in a serious business, we need to have inflow of clients regularly. If inflow of client is not there, that means we are dead, right? So we need to have a system. And secondly, we should be knowing the latest buying behavior of the customers, adopt those methods and learn the art of selling. If we are good in our expertise, that's okay. But if you are not good at sales, how are you going to get revenue? Because sales is the only function which gives you direct revenue for your business. Agree or not? Sales is one of those functions which gives you direct revenue. If you are not willing to get revenue, then your business will be dead at some point or the other. How much money you are going to invest over a period of time if you don't get the returns, right? So these are few of the facts. Again, these are, I've not copied it from somewhere. These are, you can see, these are simple my language which I have put in out of my own experience, which I have understood. Now let's talk about the science behind the sales, right? So the definition could be anything. I'll be again making it simpler for you to understand. As I said, my only purpose is to make business simpler for you. I don't want to get into multiple theories, but there's something which you should be knowing as the science behind the sales. And I'm going to talk about the neuroscience minded. So science-based selling is grounded in research, scientific disciplines, right? Now, when I say science, there are social psychologies, neuroscience, and behavioral economics, which tells us how our brain works to get a sale happen. As simple as that. Let's not get into the wordings of it. Let's understand how a sale happen. So in simple words, when does a sale happen? A sale happen due to two primary reasons. One is a pain, one is the desire. As simple as that. Correct? Let's say, for example, we buy insurance. Meenaji is here. She is selling insurance. Why we are buying insurance? Because we have a fear. We have a pain. If something happens to us, what will happen to our family? What will happen to our kids? That is a pain. We buy a car because we want to have that kind of a luxury. That is a desire, right? We can have a normal, Android phone, right? That will also serve a purpose. But we go for iPhone, which is worth much, but that is a desire. So either it is a pain or a desire, the sale is happening only because of these two basic primary reasons. Agree? Right? There is no third reason. Again, all those reasons would be, coming in between. Yeah, I can see Taiba, Dibya, welcome, welcome. Good. So let's move to the next thing. So the factors which govern sales to happen. Now, let's say I'm selling something or you're doing something, some services we have. Now we have two factors which are governing the sales. One is your intention, and that is your expression. Now, intentions, nobody can see, right? Which is inside our minds, but expression everybody can see. And this sale is happening only because of the expression. Now, the audience is not a fool. Audience are people like us, right? Just only the tables are different. At times we are the buyer, at times we are the seller. Now, whether we are a buyer or a seller, we understand things very well. So the expression should be very clear. And the intention should also be very clear and visible to the buyer as well as the seller. If a buyer is not confident about your intentions, will not buy from you. Am I right? If a buyer feels like, the person is not good enough, his intentions are not right, so he'll not buy from you. So he'll not buy from you. So intentions and expressions. So you have to make your expressions in such a way, and you don't need to actually, make it or fake it. You have to do it religiously. That is why I said sales is service, right? You have to come with an intent to serve. If you come with an intent to sell, you're not going to sell. And maybe you get some hits and trials, but you're not going to excel in your life as a salesperson, minded. So your intention should be always to help people. So the intention and expression, minded, these are two simple words. And as I said, intentions nobody can see, expressions everybody is going to see. So your expression should be communicating your intentions as well, right? That is how you're going to create that impact, that you are legit, you are good, you are trustworthy, so that anybody who is getting into your services are openly readily open to take your services, right? Now let's talk about the neurological sales. I hope I'm making sense. Theory and practicals, yeah, that's okay. Welcome, Sunil. You can see Sunil. Okay, good. Good. Thank you so much. So now we're moving towards the neuroscience behind sales, because I have already promised that I'll be talking about the neuroscience. So what does neuroscience means? The neuroscience is, here it is, neurological sales. Neurological sales. So neurological is, again, it relates to the brain. Everybody can understand that. So is a sales technique that focuses on understanding how the human brain is involved in the process of making a decision, right? So now you tell me, how many decisions do we take every day or every moment? How many decisions are we taking every day in our day-to-day life? More than 100. More than 100. What to wear, what to eat, what to drink, where to go, how to go. There are lots of decisions we are taking. And all these decisions are being made through our brains, right? So again, a sales decision is a function of something which is happening inside our brain, correct? Now, what is these things which we need to understand is, let's get into the details. So I'm not going to read line by line, something you can find from Google as well. Let's talk about something which is different, which I have made from you. So number one is the brain makes decision based on emotions, not logic. Everybody agrees to it? Brain takes the decision based on emotions, not logic. Now, how does this brain works? I'm not going to get into the biology of this. I'm not a biology teacher, but I'm just giving you an idea that there is a system which is called a limbic system in the brain, which is responsible for processing emotions and making decisions, right? We don't need to get into this. This is just for your information that there is a limbic system which is responsible for processing our emotions, right? And then making decisions, correct? So we need to appeal to the prospect's emotion by understanding their needs, desires, and fears. This is what I was talking. The ultimate reasons are, for a sale is need, desire, and fears. Something we fear, something we need, something we desire. That's it. And this limbic system understands those emotions, process it, send some signals to the decision-making part of the brain, and then we make a decision, right? Now, there are two parts of it. We know about the brain. There is an emotional part, one logic part. So logic and reasoning can be used to support the emotional decision, right? Understand the point. Any decision which we take is basically an emotional decision, and then we justify ourselves with logic and reasoning that this decision is right. Let's say today we want to go out for having a dinner. That is again an emotional decision, right? We want to have some fun, or we want to taste some good variety of food, something, some change, right? And then we try to justify it in our own minds that, okay, बहुत दिन हो गया खाया नहीं बाहर का, चलो खाते हैं, थोड़ा सा change हो जाएगा. So these are self reasoning we are giving to ourselves to justify the decisions which you've already taken, which is emotional. Making sense? Okay, good. So this is one part. Now let's move to the second one, which is power of storytelling. In this selling world, I would say storytelling plays a very important role, because stories sells the best and stories sells the most. And I would say only stories sells actually. Only the story sells. Now, yesterday also I was giving some example. Like you see any commercial ad, whether it is 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or 15 seconds, every ad is a story. A girl is, not fair, she's using a cream, a child is playing, something happens, or you talk about any phone or gadgets, everything is a story. So this commercial ads who's those people are making, they're very creative in nature. So they try to tell you a story in that minimum 5, 10, 15 seconds. So that's so powerful. That is why everywhere stories are being used. Right now, let's understand why stories, act so well. So stories activate the parts of the brain responsible for emotion, imagination, and memory. Mind it, we are talking about taking a decision emotionally. Now, how these emotions are getting triggered? These emotions are getting triggered by your stories, because these stories activate the brains for emotions, imagination, and memory. Right? We are going one step behind, right? To understand how this emotions are getting activated. So if you tell a story, people will relate to it, your emotions. Now, I'll tell you a simple example. We go to movies. We know movies are made, right? They are actors. They are doing some acting and we know their dialogues, everything. We know everything, but still we connect. At times we cry. At times we feel like, गुस्सा भी आता है, विलेन मार रहा है किसी को, गुस्सा आता है ना, किसी बच्चे को मार दिया तो हमें हमें इमोशन से कनेक्ट होते हैं, बच्चे को कैसे कोई मार सकता है, right? So we connect, although we know we have come to see a movie, but the emotions are so powerful that it makes us cry, right? So understand the power of our brains and all those things, right? So stories are the things which are going to activate the part of your brain which is responsible for emotion and all those things. So now stories, how these are helping us. So stories help to create an emotional connection between the salesperson and the prospect. So at times we are the salesperson, and when we are creating stories, that creates an emotional connect between the person, the sales guy, and the prospect. Make sense? Okay. Now, the stories can be used to illustrate how a product or service can solve a problem or meet any. There is two things. One, you say, okay, come here, take this product, and go. This will help you do this. Now you can communicate in a different way by making a story around it, and that works the best. Let's say somebody is saying here, my child is not, leaving. There is a lot of screen time. So you can either say, okay, block your, mobile, or reset the password or something. That could be the direct answer. Now, how does storytelling works? Let's say I talk to that person who is complaining about his child having a lot of screen time. I'll say, see, when the pandemic started, even my child was like that. And what I did is I made a routine that, okay, will not be using my mobile or mobiles from this time to this time. And even I used to keep my mobile. I used to ask him also to keep the mobile, and used to be like that, right? So what you're doing, you're telling a story, and that story works. As simple as that. So anywhere, if you are talking, especially in sales, your stories are the best, communicators, which makes your prospect understand, connect emotionally to take a faster decision, right? Making sense? Okay, so moving forward, importance of empathy. So these are all neuroscience I was talking. Now, empathy is one of those things which is much required in terms of high ticket sales. Any sales actually, but we are talking about high tickets, because if we want to go to buy some groceries of 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, these things would not be that important. But when it comes to coaching as a service, and we are talking about high ticket, these things really matter a lot, right? So now understand the empathy. Empathy involves putting oneself in the prospect shoes and understanding their emotions. And my one statement is against this. When I was doing some videos, I created one of my own sentence and I said that be your own customer. I don't say that get into your customer's shoes. I say that be your own customer. You understand that had you been your customer's place, how had you been thinking? So if you can put yourself in the place of your customer, you are the best salesperson to understand what's going inside the customer's mind. Right? Making sense? Good. So these are few of the punchlines which normally comes to me and I share all those things. So understand, put yourself in a customer's shoes and then understand their emotions. And genuinely, I would say genuinely, not just just for the sake of selling. And empathy again involves active listening, asking the right questions, and demonstrating understandings are the key components of empathy. Right? How do you understand that person is empathetic to me? You have to be a very good listener first. Active listening. Active listening is one of the key components of high ticket sales as well as empathy, right? So who is all there with me about this particular topic? Normally, what we do, we talk more, listen less, right? Yeah, thank you so much. And I'll give you one simple example here, which I learned recently from one of those books. God has given us 2 ears, right? And one mouth. Everybody knows about it, right? To hear more, speak less. Now I add on another layer to it. If you combine these 2 ears together, make it a shape, it will take a shape of a heart, right? So what are we doing? We are actually by listening, connecting to the heart. So imagine that thing. God has given us 2 ears, and if we combine these 2 ears just to listen, it becomes a heart and people connect with us, right? Thank you so much, Damini. So that's one of those important points which I learned. Again, these things I don't know whether you will get in a book or somebody. I learned, pata nahi, I found it somewhere and it has there in my mind. So everywhere I talk about it, that you have 2 ears, combine these 2 ears, make it a heart, and you see the difference, right? So active listening is one of those important things inside, high ticket sales, right? Now moving next is empathy helps to build trust and create a positive buying experience. If somebody is really relating with you, if you are actively listening, that person definitely would understand that you are there to help. Correct. And that gives up positive vibrations to that buyer because he's feeling that somebody is there to listen. And sorry to say, in this today's world, nobody has a time to listen to your problems, right or wrong. Even family members, you start talking to your family members, they're not going to listen to you. Nobody bothers actually, right? So when you as a salesperson talk to somebody, talk to a prospect, and the prospect understand, oh, this guy is really listening to me. ये तो घर वाले नहीं सुनते भाई, right? तो ये बंदा तो मेरे को कितना help करेगा, and which is a fact. We all are humans, and it's always a human to human connection. That human connection is built when we are empathetic. As simple as that. So we have to be empathetic, and that is a part of neuroscience and neuroscience, right? Okay, next. Now coming to the role of priming. Again, this is one of those important part of neurosales. What do you mean by priming? Anybody? Anybody who wants to, contribute? Anybody knows about priming? I'll give you an example. Yeah, yes, Taiwan.
Get getting somebody ready, putting some seeds in their mind so that they become ready to receive something.
Correct. Very good. मैं आपको एक बहुत वेग एग्जांपल देता हूँ. वी ऑल आर हिंदी स्पीकर्स एंड लिसनर्स. आपने घर में कभी पेंट वगैरह कराया होगा ना, तो उसमें पेंटर्स बोलते हैं ये वर्ड, सर प्राइमर लगा देता हूँ. Very vague example, but this is a practical thing. So priming is what?
मेकअप से पहले भी लगाते हैं ना प्राइमर.
Right.
फाउंडेशन से पहले प्राइमर लगता है.
Correct. Very right. Makeup में भी ये चीजें होती है. So priming is getting things ready, right? So the first layer is priming. So you are trying and making them ready, preparing them. Yes, Rakesh, thank you so much. Preparing them for the sales. So how does it happen? Again, it is a process. If you do the process right, you will make things happen. So the role of priming involves using subtle cues to influence a person's behavior or decision making. So again, as I said, you are making things ready for them. Now, what does this priming constitutes of? It constitutes of positive language, testimonials, and images that evokes positive emotions and can be used to prime the prospect. So how are you priming? We are using positivity. We are using positive language. You cannot keep on crying in front of the customers. And we show testimonials and images and evoke positive emotions so that they are primed. As simple as that. So we are making them mentally ready by showing all this, by talking positively, giving and showing them what we have already done in the past, some testimonials and some positive emotions. Right. So that is one of those priming thing which works a lot whenever we are into the sales. Right. Now, priming is, as I said, when we have already made that kind of a readiness in their minds, it creates a positive impression towards a successful sale, right? The chances of sale increases because the positive impression has already been created in a customer's mind, right? So priming does this. So there are multiple ways, as I said, and if you correlate all these points which I'm covering, you cannot have separate things done. It has to be imbibed by you whenever you are talking. So all these things are mixed when we talk. We cannot separate all this, topics. This is just to understand. But when we start talking to the people, we need to be active listeners. We need to be creating positive impact. We need to understand. We need to be into their shoes. All these things are combined together. So that is why sales is a complex process. It cannot be, defined, and nobody can learn sales in a day, right? Okay. Now coming to the fifth point, which is importance of trust. Sales is all about trust. If somebody is not trusting you, day one, I talked about a principle which is called mere exposure effect, which is also called the familiarity principle. So that is again based on the trust. If you have trust with somebody, people will buy your services, right? So trust is critical because prospects need to believe that the salesperson has the best interest at heart. I was talking about intentions and expressions minded, right? Now these things are covered into this particular core concept of neuroscience, correct? A person who is there in front of you, a prospect, that prospect should understand and believe that that you are there with your good heart to serve him or her. So trust is critical. And especially because when we don't have any hard product, we are selling services. Coaching is all about services, or any services which you are doing, that is entirely built on trust, because we don't have anything physical to show. So what we can show, our results, we can show what we are, we can show what our customers are doing, right? So all these things are a subject of building trust. And again, with trust comes honesty, transparency, and reliability. These are the components of trust. The person should feel that you're honest, you're transparent, you're reliable. And that is why I said, when I used to work with MNCs, what used to happen is bigger projects, factories making something. And normally when you work for projects like worth 4 crore, 5 crores, now there are multiple shipments coming, and transportation is happening. Something or the other would go wrong. Even if you have a perfect system, something would go wrong in between. So what I used to do, I used to keep my customers informed early. Whatever the schedule was, I used to keep them informed with a proper system, with an email ceasing to my seniors that this is what I'm communicating. This is what I got the information for the factory, and this is how the customer should be ready with. Because customer doesn't want to even waste their one single working hour of their employees. A lot of calculations behind the scene. You know how IT company works, right? They are paid hourly basis, and even they charge their customers on hourly basis, so they cannot compromise on even a single hour. So what I used to do is, I knew that they do have some buffer time, but they don't give you upfront that buffer time, right? But I used to convey them in advance to plan so that they also don't lose. And that was the success, because I used to be honest, transparent, saying, sir, गुस्सा करना कर लो, ये थोड़ा सा डिले हो गया, इसको एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा. This is not in my hand. You want to escalate it, please escalate it. I'm okay with it because my seniors know it, and I'm sending this mail because I know this is going to help you to plan your work better. So they were like, okay, ठीक है. गुस्सा होते थे कई बार. They used to say like, यार ये क्या मजाक है, why this delay is happening, वगैरह वगैरह. But once you are true, उसके बाद तो ठंडे हो जाता. अच्छा बोल भाई क्या करने का अभी, कितना टाइम लगेगा. So I used to send a revised date, and they used to be happy. Okay, चलो अब हो गया. So that was the part which I did. I learned. So I never overpromise. मैं कभी ओवर प्रॉमिस नहीं करता हूँ, जो हकीकत है वो आपको बोलूंगा. एट टाइम्स पीपल फील लाइक यार ब्लंट हो गया, या हाउ कैन ही से लाइक दैट, बट एक्चुअली दैट इज द फैक्ट. And if you are ready to accept that fact, you will be able to make it happen as well. So you'll plan accordingly. So that was my success, and this is what I apply everywhere. And this is what I'm telling you. Don't overpromise. Be transparent. Be honest. Be reliable. Let that trust be developed in in your customers. I'll tell you. There was one small incident. I was just it's about 2003. It was year 2003. It's around 20 years back. I was working as a project engineer, and there was a project going in Gurgaon, and something got delayed. They had some inaugurations to be done by their very senior officials who was coming from Germany, and his cabin was not ready. Mind it, the person who is going to inaugurate that entire office, his cabin was not ready because of something happened. The material was delivered very late at night. I was there. My immediate client was there, who was from the client side. We worked there. My people were there, who were the workers. We did it. We did the work till 2 o'clock in the night. Till 2 o'clock. Myself was there. The client was there. My people were there. Because of just material getting delayed, we had to stay there because we didn't have any option to delay it further. So I told my customer कि सर ऐसा रहेगा कि रात को अब मेरे को रुकना पड़ेगा, मटेरियल आ रहा है, मैं यहाँ पे हूँ. उन्होंने बोला कि आलोक आई ट्रस्ट यू, बट अगेन आई नीड टू बी श्योर, सो आई ऑल्सो वांट टू बी विथ यू. वी हैड डिनर टुगेदर. हमने साथ में खाना खाया, काम किया. 2 बजे खत्म हो गया काम. मैंने कहा सर मैं जाता हूँ. 2 बज गए, तुम कहाँ जाओगे? अब उस समय मेरे पास बजाज स्कूटर हुआ करता था. आई टेल यू, बजाज स्कूटर पे मैं गुड़गांव, आज के डेट में गुड़गांव हैज डेवलप्ड अ बिट अ ग्रेट एज अ ग्रेट साइबर सिटी. उस समय गुड़गांव की शुरुआत हुई थी. सड़कें भी अच्छी नहीं थी. क्राइम रेशियो वाज टू हाई. मैंने कहा सर जाने दो, मैं यहाँ भी कहाँ रुकूंगा, मेरे घर चलो. मैंने कहा नहीं सर, अच्छा नहीं लगता अब रात की आपके यहाँ जाऊंगा. आई इंसिस्टेड एंड ही लेट मी गो. मैं घर आ गया. बट नेक्स्ट डे आफ्टर एवरीथिंग वाज राइट, that client sent me an email to my GM recommending about my abilities and my authority and my responsibility. And it was like पूरे मतलब हल्ला मच गया कि यार इस बंदे ने कुछ तो कमाल किया है. The only thing which I did, I was standing with the customer and ensuring that things are happening right. That's it. उनका भी वही था कि इतना हो जाना चाहिए, मेरा भी था कि इतना हो जाना चाहिए. It happened. So that is how you create transparency, honesty and credibility in the minds of the customers. अब उसके बाद, whether you know it or not, I'll tell you, वो client मेरे से इतना खुश हो गया. आज it's been more than 20 years. He's still connected with me. He's at a very senior position, but we are like friends. 20 साल की दोस्ती हो जाती है ना. We are no more further clients and suppliers. We are like friends. तो ये relationship बनता है. और उसके बाद बहुत सारे projects हमने किए साथ में. और everything kept on adding. Every time I used to do, every time something used to happen, some goof ups used to happen, and he was so comfortable. अरे तू कर लेगा भाई, kind of. I know you will do it. I don't know कि तुम कर लोगे, मुझे पता है. तुम मेरे को मत बताओ, बस तू कर दे यार, मेरे को तुमको चेक नहीं करना वैसा. और इतनी ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो जाती थी. अब मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं था कि सर मैं ये नहीं हो सकता, वो नहीं सकता. आई यूज्ड टू फाइंड वेज टू डू इट. दिन रात तू कुछ नहीं देखता था, बट मैं करके देता था और हो जाता. So that is one simple experience of my own life which I wanted to share with you. So coming to back to honesty, transparency and reliability, these are the factors of trust. And now moving towards, as I said, trust is built over time through consistent behavior. एक बार में ट्रस्ट नहीं बनता. एक काम करके आप नहीं कर सकते. रिपीटेटिव होता है. जैसे रिपीटेटिव होता है तो ट्रस्ट बिल्ड हो जाता है. Now let's coming to a very important part, which is stress. आप लोग सोचोगे कि स्ट्रेस, हाउ स्ट्रेस इज गोइंग टू हेल्प ऑन डिसीजन मेकिंग. सो स्ट्रेस बहुत बड़ा एक फैक्टर होता है बिकॉज इट एक्टिवेट्स आवर फाइट और फ्लाइट रिस्पॉन्सेज इन द ब्रेन. You know what is fight or flight response? Anybody? Yeah, can share. Yes, Kamlesh, please.
Usually, see what our brain actually comes from the ancient age. So it was made up that way. It was actually made for survival. So initially, when we were living in the jungle and early men, they used to be among the animals. So either they used to fight, seeing the animal, or they will have to fight. A fight is very difficult, right? So that is what stays with us. The brain remains the same. However, whenever some discomforting situation, something complex comes in, we either tend to fight that situation or run away from the situation.
करेक्ट एग्जैक्टली वेरी राइट मतलब करो या मरो वाला मतलब कर लो या भाग लो भाई दोनों में से कोई एक चीज है सो इवन आवर ब्रेन वर्क्स इन द सिचुएशन ऑफ स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेस बहुत डिस्कम्फर्ट करता है and now there are two ways as I said either you fight for your survival fight for something you want or you leave and you run away but in our cases in our coaches abhi karna kya hota hai we have to be we cannot just run away we have to fight but our prospects are in a condition to either fight or flight, right? So let us assume and accept that this is natural. We tend to feel like ye banda aaya and he did not take a decision, wo chala gaya. Again, he or she is a human being and that as you said कि brain में वो चीजें तो चल रही थी करना है कि नहीं करना है. So ये कब होगा? When the person is really in pain, big pain. When the pain is too high, then only the decision would be easier. If the pain is less, you will not be. जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, I always give this example like यदि आपको भूख लगी है तो आपको किचन में छोड़ दिया जाए सामान के साथ और कोई नहीं है तो आप कुछ ना कुछ बना के खा लोगे. लेकिन यदि आपका पेट भरा है और आपके सामने बना बनाया चीज भी लाके देंगे तो आप कहोगे यार नहीं खाना. As simple as that. So what is that? It's there in your mind. Do you need it? You need that badly? Are you really committed to take actions to remove those pain from your mind or your existence? So this is what fight or flight mode is meant about. Okay. Now, again, as I said, stress can make people more cautious and even risk averse, or it can cause them to make impulsive decisions. Both ways. People can make impulsive decisions as well, and people can also move away. It is both ways. Some people will take it, some people will leave it. So that's okay. But this is how stress works inside this thing. So as a salesperson, we need to create a positive and relaxed environment to reduce stress and create a positive buying experience. If we start creating more stress on the customer's mind, it would be wrong on our part. We have to be very calm, relaxed, so that a person takes an informed decision. If the person is not making an informed decision because of something or the other, we don't know what's going in their minds. So we have to be very calm. And when we are calm, the person takes a calm decision. Even if, again, exceptions would be there, that's okay. But this should be your prime motive, that you need to be relaxed enough to reduce the stress in the customer's mind so that his buying experience is better and he takes a better informed decision, right? Okay. Now, tell me, before I move ahead to 7 sales steps pertaining to neuroscience, how have been the journey so far? You are enjoying till now? Okay. Good, good. Thank you so much. थोड़ा theory ज़्यादा हो गया मुझे लग रहा है. I didn't want to get into theory, but these things were important, so I thought I'll just bring it to your notice. So let's talk about the 7 sales steps. The one is to influence. Use influence to drive value, right? Now, what kind of influence I'm talking about? Your own aura. Actually, everybody, every individual is unique, and if we are talking about coaches, we all are coaches. Every coach has their unique aura, right? When I say aura, your positivity, your way you work, the way you write, the way you show yourself on the social media. So that is kind of an influence which is required to drive value. So you are not going to drive value. The prospect is going to drive value from your entire aura. So use influence, number 1. Number 2, sell yourself before selling a product. I always say that people don't buy you as a coach. Sorry, people don't buy your services. People buy you as a coach first. If people don't buy you, they'll not buy your services. So what you have to do so that people buy you, you have to be in regular touch with them, talking about them. Again, stories, I tell you, stories are the best way. Keep talking about yourself, your customers, your challenges, your whatever things you're doing in, right? So the more you talk about how you have come to this level, don't just preach, don't just give gyan, I always say. Talk about the actual thing which you have done in your life. That's simple. That is how you're going to sell yourself before selling a product, right? Very important. The third is build interest and desire with features and benefits. Don't sell feature and benefits, mind it. There are people who start selling with features and benefits. No, features and benefits are only to build interest so that they can start thinking about it. Again, this is a part of priming, I would say. Let's say we see an ad of a car and we see a better feature, right? So what is happening is inside our mind that we are priming, okay, I wanted that feature and that feature is there in this car. So we are priming ourselves that यदि हमें कार खरीदना होगा तो ऐसा वाला फीचर का कोई कार लेंगे. And if that car is in front of us, I think we'll be more likely to take decision in that favor, right? So build interest and desire with features and benefits and sell the results. Don't sell the product. Don't sell the services. Always sell the results, right? And that is why, let me tell you here, I've been talking to a lot of people, and when I ask them to create a statement, right, I always say, Seher, you are one of those things I wanted to tell you again. I always told you to refine the statement, right? Why I told you? Because there has to be a result which you want to sell. Don't sell the product. So your result should reflect in the statement, right? Making sense? Now you can relate. Maybe I'll work with you to tell you how you are going to do that, but this is what I mean by saying you need to sell the result. Don't sell product, don't sell features, don't sell benefits. Sell only the results, what your customer is looking for, right? Let's say, I'll just give you again a big example. यदि आपको भूख लगी है, कोई कहता है कि ये मेरे पास बिरयानी है, मेरे पास बिरयानी है, मेरे पास बिरयानी है. People are shouting that I have this kind of stuff. और आपको भूख लगी है और एक दूसरा बंदा बोलता है आज मैं आपका पेट भर दूंगा, आज मैं आपका पेट भर दूंगा. Whom would you go with? The statement which is like, because he's looking, the person who is, yes, sir, you're saying something. Please go ahead. Tell me.
No, sir, I'm saying दूसरे वाले के पास जाएगा.
Correct. क्योंकि उसको पता है कि यहाँ उसको solution मिल रहा है. मेरा पेट भरने वाला, he is looking for. He is not looking for the menu. उसको क्या चाहिए? उसको पेट भरने से मतलब है. तो जिसको पेट भरना है तो उसको पेट भरने की बात आप करोगे ना तो आपसे ज्यादा relate करेगा. Correct?
End
So as
result.
simple as, yeah, end result. End result is what? He is hungry and he wants food. He is not interested in your biryani or korma or whatever it is, but he is interested in filling his tummy. Correct? Okay. So this is how you need to create your statement. Okay, selling the results ho gaya. Now use trust and expertise to build credibility. You need to be showing your expertise, right? And the trust so that your credibility is built in the customer mind. So trust and credibility, these all are mixed things. You need to be talking about your expertise all the time, but again, in a decent way. You should not be over bragging yourself. Again, don't be like, मैं ही भगवान हूँ, मैं ही खुदा हूँ, मैं ही सब कुछ हूँ. You have to be very practical in your approach, saying that this is what I do, this is my expertise, and this is how I have helped people. This will build trust and expertise, and overall, you'll be a credible member in their minds. Now, sixth one, very important. Sales is a give and give relationship to the customers. It's always give and give. It's always give and give. Don't hold anything to yourself. Just try to give the best which you can do to your customers. कुछ भी रोकने का नहीं है. जितना आप देंगे उतना वो बंदा आपके साथ टिका रहेगा. Yeah, I can see Kirti also here. Welcome, Kirti. Okay. Right? So agree to this. Sales is always a give and give relationship. And seventh is stop selling to close even more sales. Beautiful one. I like this. Stop selling to close even more sales. Don't sell to sell more. Did you get this? How do you define this? Don't sell to sell more. I do it. Actually, I do it. I practice it and I do it. Help that person in such a way, such extent that person will come to you automatically. And that is the beauty of, especially selling.
बार बार किसी को सेल करने से अच्छा है कि उसकी हेल्प करो इंस्टेड ऑफ सेलिंग हेल्प देम फर्स्ट.
Yes, help them. Yes, it's a business. People are aware that you also need money. People are not, expecting you to do everything for free. People are aware. People are aware. But help them to such extent that they say that, okay, we want to work with you. Now you tell me what's the price. That kind of a thing should happen. And that is the beauty of, selling. Right? So you don't need to sell. Correct? Good. So these were the 7 points. Now I have One more thing, see, today's session might go little, how much is the time? 7. Okay, we have half an hour. Now I have a framework of a sales call. Normally what happens is, we have talked about what? We have talked about profile optimization. We have talked about generating leads. Now what will happen once a lead is there? How are you going to do a call with them? We are not going to sell, 1,000 or 500 rupees product that people will come and buy anything and whatever time. We are going to sell high ticket, services to them. When it comes to high ticket, nobody is going to buy you with closed eyes. People want to know you. Apart from whatever things we have done, we have to bring them in a call to understand their challenges and give them a solution so that they move with us forward, right? So now I have prepared a framework of a sales call, which will give you a plan actually to talk to the people so that they convert, right? Otherwise, what will happen? I have seen people talking and talking and talking for 2 hours, 3 hours, but the call is never closed. So again, as I said, this is an art. This art you need to learn and practice. It won't happen in a day, but it will happen eventually when you start doing in the right way, right? So I have a framework which I'm going to show you right away. Sorry. So this is a journey of making prospects to clients, right? So this is a framework of a sales call. When we are into high ticket coaching, what I'm trying to tell you is there's only 3 things. A Zoom, we are doing everything on Zoom because Zoom has been very popular. Everybody knows about Zoom post pandemic, and you need a high speed internet and your prospect in the call. Obviously, you should be there on the other side, right? These are the 3 things which you need, right? Now, the success mantra is asking the right questions at the right time with the right approach. I've already talked about intentions and expressions, right? So approach means by that, always remember the 80-20 rule. You don't have to speak more. You have to speak 20% and the prospect has to speak 80%, right? You don't need to close them. Rather, they need to close on you. They should be coming and saying that, okay, I want to work with you, right? And then ask why they want to come to you. Are you the right fit? And why you are the right fit? If you start asking these questions, you have already primed them in their minds. They are on the call. They know what your services are, and they're just coming with certain things which comes as an objection in the normal human brain, right? And that is how it is. Okay, we have Shubham here on the call. He's traveling somewhere. Welcome, Shubham. Yeah. Good. So you understand the success mantra? Now let's move on. How to start the call? You start the call with your audio and video off. Let the prospect join and switch on their video and audio. Now, when the prospect has already switched on their audio and video, then switch on your audio and video. And obviously, the surrounding should be distraction free, noise free, and then start welcoming. Why you're doing this? Because we have to, number one, make rapport, friendliness, and authority. So that is a part of the authority which you are doing. I'll give you an example. Have you seen? You must have been seen board meetings and other meetings as well, right? What happens in a meeting? The senior most person comes after everybody has taken their seats. Am I right? Why? Why can't that person come early? This is again showing authority. As simple as that. So you have to, because now somebody is coming to learn from you. You are a higher level. Maybe that person would be good in something else, better than you in something else in his life, in his career. But now, when you are as a coach, and that person is coming to learning from you, so you have a higher authority. So you have to prove that authority as well, right? Making sense? Okay. So when you do this, you have already proved that you have an authority, and then you start from this, questions. Once you bring on the call, welcome them, make a friendly repo. Don't talk about 15 other things when somebody is there. For a minute and so, you can ask about their whereabouts, where are they from, what do they do, and all those things. Otherwise, other things are normally captured inside other things, which again are part of the sales funnel I talk about. But here on the call, what you have to ask is, so I have divided this into multiple stages. Number 1 stage is to understand what's the reason for booking the call. If somebody is in the call, you ask them this question. Okay, fine, friend. Let's say that if you're on the call, I'll ask you, what's the reason for booking the call? Where are you at? Right? And have you tried to understand what challenges? So when you ask where are you at, people will talk about their current situation and their challenges. So the next question is, have you tried to understand the challenge? Right? And if you understood the challenge, what is happening because of this? If this challenge is persisting for long, what is the outcome? What bad it is going to happen to you if you don't solve this purpose? So this is stage one. These are few of the questions. Again, these questions can be altered based on your prospect and your industry, your niche. But these are basic fundamental questions which are put in, which can be applied with simple tweaking. Right? This is stage one. To understand where the customer is, what the problem is, and again, you are priming here that you have come here with a reason. So tell me the reason. So you are asking questions and listening. Minded. You're not talking about it. Asking question, listening. Now comes to stage two. Where do you want to be? Now, what's your desired goal? You have understood where the customer is, where the customer wants to be, and what is the gap between the current situation and the desired situation. Right? You understand the gap. Let's say somebody is saying, okay, I'm at 1 lakh rupees a month. I want to earn 3 lakh rupees a month or 10 lakh rupees a month. So that the gap, you need to understand what is the gap, right? And you need to ask, why have you chosen this goal? Why 10 lakhs? Why not 20 lakhs? Or why 10 lakhs? Why not 5 lakhs? There has to be some reasoning. You cannot say some random numbers. There has to be some logic behind it, right? So you ask the numbers, why have you chosen these goals? And what's the hidden reason behind it? Why do you want to earn 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs? Maybe there would be a condition where the person is in debt and he wants to clear the debts immediately. So the person has the intention to clear the debts in 3 months time or 2 months time, something like that. So you need to understand the hidden reason behind it. Making sense? The stage two. Okay. Now coming to the stage three. Now you have already talked around 10-15 minutes or 20 minutes. Almost per stage will take you around 8 to 9 minutes or 10 minutes, let's say, for example. Now here you have already talked with the customer for 20 minutes around. Now here in an empathetic tone, you need to repeat the challenges, the worries which the customer has already told you. Because you have to make a note as well while the customer is talking, right? Take their confession on what went wrong, why they're into this situation. They must have tried something to, resolve it. But since it has not happened, they have come to you. Am I right? So understand and take a confession. Don't say that confess me, but you repeat those things. Like, I understood you said this and it happened, something happened. And because of this, now you are at this condition. Now you want to do this, right? And ask about their time and money commitment on a scale of 1 to 10. Because if somebody is in pain, I always give an example that we go to the doctor, right? A doctor takes a fee. We don't bargain in the fee, right? Doctor takes 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes to check, prescribe something. We are okay, fine. Doctor ने मुझे देख लिया. Did you have ever challenged कि डॉक्टर ने मेरे को 5 मिनट का 500 रुपया क्यों लिया, 1000 रुपया क्यों ले लिया? नहीं ना. Why? Because we have already gone with a trust and we know कि इतना तो लगेगा. We are mentally ready to do it. कोचिंग में थोड़ा ऐसा होता नहीं है. कोचिंग बिकॉज कोचिंग इज न्यू टू दिस इंडस्ट्री, न्यू टू दिस वर्ल्ड. आई वुड से ऐसा न्यू टू द वर्ल्ड नहीं है, बट इसकी जो ग्रोथ है अभी पैंडेमिक के बाद से बहुत ज्यादा हुई है. कोचिंग तो हमारे ऋषि मुनियों के यहाँ से सदियों से चलती आ रही है ना. बच्चे जाते थे, गुरुकुल में जाते थे, पढ़ते थे. एक तरह से वो कोचिंग ही था, बट इट वॉज इन बिटवीन मिस्ड आउट समवेयर. नाउ इट हैज बीन अगेन स्टार्टेड. सो अभी हम लोग का माइंड प्रिपेयर नहीं होता, प्राइम होता नहीं है कि यार हमारे को कोचिंग में पैसा लगेगा. डॉक्टर के लिए हमारा दिमाग प्राइम्ड है. बच्चे को स्कूल में देना है तो लाख रुपया लगा के देंगे. प्राइमरी स्कूल में भी, नर्सरी में भी जाना है तो नॉर्मल स्कूल से आई एम इन दिल्ली एनसीआर, 1.25 लाख रुपया अभी चल रहा है एडमिशन, नर्सरी में एडमिशन कराने आप जाओगे. वी आर ट्यून्ड, वी नो कितना तो लगेगा, हम पहले से तैयारी करके रखते हैं. घर लेना है, हमें पता है कि 50 लाख का घर लेना है कि 80 लाख का घर लेना है कि 1 करोड़ का घर लेना है. उसके लिए हम पैसे बचा के रखते हैं. बच्चे के हायर एजुकेशन के लिए पैसे बचा के रखते हैं, राइट? ज्वेलरी खरीदना है उसके लिए हम करते हैं, घर के लिए हम करते हैं, बट हम कोचिंग के लिए नहीं करते हैं. बिकॉज वी हैव नॉट सीन इट अर्लियर इन आवर लाइफ. हमने नहीं देखा कि हमारे पापा ने, मम्मी ने, भाई ने ऐसा कुछ किया हुआ है, बट बाकी चीजें हमने देखी हुई है. तो जो चीज हम देखे रहते हैं ना, उसके लिए हम कंफर्टेबल होते हैं, इसके लिए हम कंफर्टेबल नहीं है, राइट? So that is where we need to understand कि हमारे सामने भी जो भी बंदा है उसने भी ये चीज नहीं देखी, हमने भी नहीं देखी थी। पहली बार जब मैंने पैसे लगाया था 50,000, मैं इतना डरा हुआ था कि पता नहीं यार ऑनलाइन वर्ल्ड में 50,000 रुपए लगा रहा हूँ, कहाँ जा रहा है पता ही नहीं है, लिटरली। एंड इट इज देयर विथ एवरीवन, कोई बड़ी चीज नहीं है। बट इफ somebody is genuine, somebody is really wants to do that and build that kind of a trust, people are paying. मैंने अपने कोच को पिया, कितने पैसे दिए, उसने अपने कोच को कितना पैसे दिया, एंड दैट वे इट फ्लोज लाइक दैट. But ultimately, how is this working is just because of the trust, right? So this is what I wanted to tell you in this step, that commitment should be there, right? So take a commitment. Again, financial commitments are much required, क्योंकि बोलने के लिए तो सब कोई बोलते हैं हाँ हाँ मैं तैयार हूँ. But if it is not backed by financial commitment, it is not a commitment. That means either you don't have that kind of a pain or a desire, or you don't want to change your situation. As simple as that. If somebody wants to, यदि किसी के बच्चे की तबीयत खराब होती है ना, वो कहीं से भी, यदि पैसे नहीं भी है तो कहीं ना कहीं से पैसे इंतजाम करके जाता है डॉक्टर के पास, राइट, और बच्चे को दिखाता है. और मैं आपको एक और एग्जांपल देता हूँ विच इज वेरी कॉमन. आप देखेंगे कि यदि मान लीजिए भगवान न करे किसी के घर में कुछ भी गलत हो, बट यदि किसी की तबीयत खराब हो जाती है, हॉस्पिटल में आप जाते हो, डॉक्टर कहता है पहले इतना पैसा लाओ फिर ऑपरेशन करेंगे. डॉक्टर किसी का सगा नहीं है, राइट और रॉन्ग? पहले बोलता है पैसे जमा करो तब ऑपरेशन थिएटर में लेके जाएंगे. वो भी तो इंसान ही है, और उसको भी पता है कि मैं नहीं करूंगा तो बंदा मर भी सकता. वैसे कंडीशंस में भी पीपल डू टेक सिग्नेचर्स कि कुछ हो गया, पहले तो पैसा जमा करो, उसके बाद सिग्नेचर भी लेते हैं कि कुछ हो गया तो आई एम नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल. एंड वी डू इट as a part of the system because we have seen it happening. There is no guarantee of life even. यदि बंदा मर भी गया तो डॉक्टर की कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, तो डॉक्टर कहता है we tried our best, and definitely they would have been definitely trying, but few things are not under our control. As a process, they take the signatures, they take the money, they don't refund you the money as well, right? Because this is the money which they are charging for their expertise, correct? And we are ready for it. So इसमें दिक्कत नहीं होती क्योंकि हम लोग को पता है, मूवी में देखते देखते हम लोग के दिमाग में ये चीजें प्राइम हो गई हैं. वी आर ऑलरेडी प्राइम फॉर ऑल दिस, बट वी आर नॉट प्राइम फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट इन कोचिंग. सो आस्क फॉर द कमिटमेंट. इफ दे आर रियली कमिटेड with money as well, then only they are okay to go ahead, and then you say that if you are ready we can move ahead, right? Now the next thing is showing your offer. Once you show your offer, keep your mouth shut, don't talk about it, let the customer speak about after seeing your price and all. And if they ask, show them the summary of your services. Again, be ready, right? They might ask you a few more questions and they might give you certain objections, and you need to be competent enough to handle those objections and give them clarity about what they want to do next, right? There would be multiple objections. I'll tell you, in this coaching industry, there are people who have, in their minds, they have objections actually. Number one, you're costly, maybe I don't have money, maybe I'll have to ask somebody, maybe I need to think about it, maybe I'll have to ask my spouse, maybe I'm thinking about joining after 2 months or something like that. There are lots of objections which we normally create. But mind it, starting में मीना जी ने कुछ बोला था कि if we are not able to help that person take the right decision at that moment, that person will stay there forever. So it's, as a salesperson, as a coach, it's our prime responsibility to help them take a decision. It's not about taking a yes or no. Taking a decision is important. If that person is really willing to change his situation or her situation, they'll take a decision. And it should be our prime responsibility to help them take the decision right away on the call. Otherwise, the moment the person is out of the call, they'll go back into their lives and they'll not be, changing anything in their lives. Like Minaji shared, that guy, had he not, bought that Gita and, he could have done suicide. पेपर में नाम आता कोई बंदा सुसाइड करे, कोई जानता नहीं, किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता दुनिया में, इतने लोग मर रहे हैं, but that person would have lost his life, right? So the point here is, as a salesperson, that should be our prime responsibility. If somebody is coming on the call, they are needing some help, so help them. Again, exceptions apart, try to help them to make them a right decision. Whether it is in our favor or not, that doesn't matter. अब मैं तो हमेशा कहता हूँ, सीखना है आप सीखो, मुझसे नहीं सीखना है कोई बात नहीं, बट यदि आप अपनी जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ना चाहते हो, कहीं ना कहीं से तो सीखना पड़ेगा. Take a decision, whoever you like, however you like, you take a firm decision, because this is going to change your life, right? Not mine. So this kind of a things you need to be, ready with. Okay. Now stage 4 is done. Stage 5 is now you need to show them your payment options, bonuses, and as I said, try to take payment something or the other on the call, because leaving at this step is suicidal. Once the person goes off the call, he or she might not come back. Exceptions apart, again, I'm saying. And at this time, future pacing works the best while they're paying. What do you mean by future pacing is you start talking about, like, once you are there, we'll have an onboarding call, we'll have our sessions planned, I'll give you a date and a time, we'll talk about all this blah 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 things, so that the person doesn't think about anything else rather than, assuming that now that person has already started working with you. This is the stage 5. Making sense? Right? How did you like the framework? Thank you. Anybody wants to share? Good. So thank you, Divismita. Thank you everyone for liking it. Now I want to tell you something. Would you like to know more about what I do for my clients? Yesterday also I asked this and I showed this slide to you, right? But I have something special for you at the end. As I said, one, the special prize for the mega winner. And before that, now I'll be asking a few of my existing clients to share their experiences. We have few of my people here. So I think I'll first give the chance to Shubham. Is Shubham there? Because he's driving. Okay. Okay, Shubham. I'll put you on the spotlight, and I wanted you to share your experience working with me. That will give you a idea of how I work, what I work. Again, coming from the heart. जो सही लगा वो आपको share करना है. Please do share in 1 or 2 minutes, not more than, because people are already there.
Sure, Alok. Thank you so much. And hi, everybody. Pardon me. Actually, I am currently in Bangalore traveling, and right now I'm in a cab. So, pardon me for the disturbances around. I have joined Alok, I think, in the month of September. And let me tell you one thing, that before that also I have joined many other coaches to learn digital marketing. And I have got some results, but that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting something big, and that's the reason I got in touch with Alok sir, and then I joined him. The way he guided me, the simple scripts that he has provided me, I just followed that to the point. And even in this, how to make the sales calls, how to reach out to the clients, everything he taught me from the scratch. And I just followed him as he has instructed. And let me tell you that I have got results, and I'm really happy that I closed 3 clients last week. And this month also, it's almost 2 in the pipeline, and which I will be announcing shortly to Alok sir as well. So the things are happening really good the way I'm expecting. All thanks to Alok sir for his teaching. And the best thing is that it is a very simple approach that he asks us to follow, and nothing complicated. The simple basic things we need to follow, and we'll get the results. So whoever is there in the call, I would request, if you are planning to start your career as a digital coach, I think Alok sir can guide you. And the best thing is that he is always around and helping us whenever we need him. So thank you, Alok sir, for your time, and also for the valuable learnings that you have given us.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot.
much for your good words. And is Kaveri around? I'm not sure whether she's around or not.
Sure.
Okay, so I cannot leave her. I wanted her also to express her, experience working with me.
Alok sir, I hope I am audible.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, I was just posting my feedback in Facebook because I thought I will not get a chance to express. तो मैंने सोचा Facebook पे डाल देती हूँ, मैंने डाल भी दिया.
Okay.
Why? Because you know why? You didn't tell me to speak, right? Facebook पे मैंने जब डाला, मेरे इस recording से पहले आप देख लेना, टाइमिंग मैं डाल चुकी हूँ, and because I want people to know कि many people brag about what results they're giving to their clients, but you are somebody who doesn't brag. You bring that change. You are always there, और जो आपका एक कंसर्न है ना वो दिल से आता है. You know your client like the back of your hand. हर एक इंसान अलग है, आपको सबका पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव पता है, कौन कहाँ लैग कर रहा है, आप पर्सनल कॉल पे उनको बताते हो. एक तो ग्रुप कोचिंग होती है आपकी, एंड द अदर इज वेयर यू गाइड पीपल वन टू वन एंड यू टेल देम this is where you are lagging, this is your posts are not as good as they should be. This is something which is uncommon in the industry. People take charge double. Dear guest, this is for all of you who are yet to join. People take double the money and they cannot create even 1/4 of the result. I'm sorry to be so open and honest, but that's my nature. अगर किसी को ज्वाइन करना है तो वही ज्वाइन करिए जिनको अपना बिजनेस बनाना है और कुछ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन दुनिया में लाना है. अदरवाइज तो वी आर ऑल फ्री टू लिव आवर ओन लाइफ. ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं फिर भी वी आर अटेंडिंग द सेशन बिकॉज इट इज ही हु कॉल्ड अस कि आप लोग आना. एंड हम लोग को उन्होंने बोला नहीं क्या बोलना है. यहाँ पे आपको कोई भी ऐसा चीज दोगलापन वगैरह नहीं मिलेगा. यू विल बी फ्री टू एक्सप्रेस योर फीलिंग्स एज इट इज. थैंक यू. बिकॉज ऑफ हिम आई टेस्टेड सक्सेस. मेरी जैसी लड़की जिसको मार्केटिंग नहीं आता था, मुझे भी क्लाइंट मिल चुका है. तो अगर मैं कर सकती हूँ, आप सब कर सकते हैं, प्रोवाइडेड यू हैव अ मेंटर लाइक आलोक सर. आई एम सॉरी इफ आई हैव टेकन मोर टाइम.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it was, again, as I said, it should be coming from your heart and no bragging. जो दिल में है वही आना चाहिए. And this is what I want to tell the people कि it's not about, just giving one result. हो सकता है कि आप पैसे कमा भी लो, but it's about the overall transformation in your life, which I work around. And I always say कि it's not about strategies, it's not about, tactics, because fundamentals remains the same. आज के डेट में क्या चल रहा है, एंड अगेन उस बंदे की क्या जरूरतें हैं, क्या positives and negatives. If you don't work on that, you'll not be able to get results. So thank you so much. You people are traveling. Thank you so much for taking out your time. We'll meet again later on. By the time now, you can take off and enjoy and take care of
Thank you.
yourself.
Thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Okay. Thank you, Shubham and Kaveri, for this lovely feedback. Now, I'd request Taiba to come and share her experience. She has been very instrumental. Again, yes, Taiba.
Thank you so much, Alok. I also traveled the whole night yesterday, and just for this call, I especially came because I really wanted to express my gratitude to Alok and make people aware of what Alok can do in your life. So earlier, prior to working with Alok, I had worked with several who of the industry. I had got many mentors, and some mentors who were some were really big mentors and some were not, like normal mentors who were giving me personalized coaching. But somewhere I realized that the strategies, I had done 50 plus webinars, I had done a lot of things. But after doing 50 webinars as well, the kind of clients that I was looking for, I was not getting. And that's when I met Alok, and we were in touch for, I think, couple of months. And I officially joined him in August that time, and started working with him. And currently I have 10 clients with me who are fabulously getting their own results. I'm very happy to share that even my clients are closing sales. And whatever I have learned about sales, about lead generation, I've learned from Alok, because prior to that, I was working, my core was personal branding, storytelling, that I was really good with. I was still, I was good with other things. But the pieces, like small personalized things that were working for me, he focused on that. And the best part about Alok is he shares strategies which are actually working in the market, not what was working in the past. Because see, trends in coaching industries are changing very fast. What was working during COVID are not working right now. So he's very, very updated as a coach. Second thing, he keeps investing in himself. So I want to work with a coach who has, like recently Alok invested $10,000 with his own coach. Prior to that, he invested some $6,000. So I know he's investing in himself, and that's why I'm happily investing in him, because I know he's also taking himself to the next level. And because he's taking himself to the next level, I'm made sure that the quality that he's giving is also class apart. Third is the personalization. It is not generalized coaching. It is very, very personalized. It is according to your own strengths and weaknesses. Whatever strengths you have, he will teach you to play to your strengths. And plus the fourth part is there is a session where we have other members, like we have exclusive mastermind. So what we get to learn in those sessions in which other people are there, so many questions that we have in our minds, they are answered because other people are, and so many questions that we ask, that helps other people. So it's a very holistic learning approach. And plus the most important part, whatever I told, uh, that are all true, they're all valid, but the most important part, what makes Alok who he is as a person, we share a lot of things together, and that is the trust. Never once Alok ever pitched me for any of his products or services. And I think what I am able to translate to my clients is because of Alok. The kind of trust that I have with my clients and the people that are getting results is because of what I have learned from him. Only that I'm teaching. So thank you so much, Alok, for transforming my life, and I'm able to help 10 plus coaching. Like it earlier, if I had thought about having 10 plus coaches, like coaching them, it was like just a dream for me. And now I'm coaching them and helping them get results, helping them close calls, helping them get regular leads. It is, it was a dream that has come true because of you. So a heartfelt thank you to you. And if anyone of here is planning to thinking of joining Alok, please don't have even second thoughts, because he under promises and over delivers. That's his speciality.
Thank you so much, Taiba. बहुत ज़्यादा बोल दिया मुझे लगा आपने. Really nice.
No, actually,
Thank you
this
so
is
much.
all coming from the heart. It is not scripted or anything.
Good. Thank you so much for your heartfelt feelings. Now we have more people, but again, the time is a constraint. We have Dibya and we have Rahul. If you want to say something, I'm open. I've not asked you to say anything, but if you want to share any of your feelings and learnings, please do that. Let me know. I'll put it in the spotlight. Yes, Dibya and Rahul, are you there?
Yes,
Rahul, you want to share something?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Just a second. Let me put it on the spotlight. Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, guys. The most important thing is when I joined Alok, that time I was zero in terms of coaching industry. I was aware how digital marketing is working, how digital coaching is working, but I was not aware of the organic way of working. And in fact, Alok had guided me how to set up LinkedIn, Facebook, everything. But right from zero, I started. Now I can see myself as a grown up in this segment. As of now, I have not yet closed any single client, but I know what I can do, because 3 months before what I was, that only I and Alok knows about it, and a lot of transformation is done now, and definitely will close the clients very soon from here onwards. And the most important thing is the transformation he has given me from zero to this level after 3 months. So I can do anything now. I'm expert in my segment, in my coaching subject matter. Thank you. If you are looking for any expertise in this industry, so Alok is the best person who can take you to the next level. So please come to our family. We'll grow together.
Thank you so much, Rahul. See, it's not an appeal. I'm not asking them to, ask you to come and join. This is what they're telling from their own minds. The only thing I wanted to.
ये सर हम लोग अपने दिल से बोल रहे हैं सर. हमको खुद को पता है ना, जो भी बंदा कहीं बाहर जाके अटकने से अच्छा मैं सोचता हूँ कि अगर सही में दिल से कोई सोच रहा है कुछ करना है, तो डेफिनेटली ही कैन लर्न समथिंग एंड ग्रो हियर ओनली. बट बाहर तो मैंने देख लिया बहुत जगह पे ट्राई करके आने के बाद फाइनली आई हैव ग्रोन अप हियर. Thank you, Alok.
Welcome. Now we have Dibya here. Dibya, you want to say something? Please unmute yourself. I'll put it on the spotlight.
Yeah, look, I would also like to share something.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I hope you all can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what I wanted to share was that I never wanted to work with any business coach because I felt that I don't know what will it be and how that I mean what that person will teach me. I never wanted to work. I said I'll do it on my own. But when I met Alok, somehow I felt that I could really trust him, and I said yes, yes, I really want to work with you. So there is something about him that you can really trust him. And secondly, I wanted to say that although I have not right now, I've not got clients, I'm in the process of getting it. But what is there is that when I joined him, like I used to post, I didn't used to post every day. I used to post just I mean maybe 2-3 times in a week. And after posting, I used to just go away from like Facebook or LinkedIn, and I was not engaging with posts of others. I didn't know that we had to engage with posts of others also. I would just put my post and I would run away. You need to engage with posts of others, and you need to really do all that. So so my I mean I was not getting many comments or likes also on my posts. But after I started working, suddenly getting a lot of people started engaging with my content, with my posts. And there were a lot of likes and all that. So that has really worked for me, because he really taught me how to make the content. I mean, how to put it and all that, which I never knew before. So that's what I wanted to share. So please, if any of you are planning to join him, please go ahead. Like, he's the right person. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Divya. Thank you so much, Divya. See, one thing I'd like to add here is normally people bring people who, talk about a lot of money that they have made. Now, I did not ask anybody to share the money part which they have already made, and few people have not yet made, but they are feeling that transformation. Money will come eventually because it takes time to build the trust in the market. Are you okay with me? It cannot happen in just a day. People needs to build trust on you, and that takes time. So if you are patient enough to do things regularly so that people start trusting in you, you definitely will make money as well, like other people has made. So that's it. Thank you so much, Divya, for sharing, and everyone who has shared their experience working with me. Now, let's recap. Day one, we talked about ultimately the fundamentals of working on an online platform and content creation. Day two, we talked about how you're going to generate leads. And day three, we have talked about the neuroscience behind the sales and the framework of sales, which is much important. Even if you get leads, what to do with leads, if you don't know what to do with leads, you will be losing your leads and your potential customers. So you need to learn this art, right? Now, the prize and the mega prize goes to Sheher Fatima Nikai for her all-round performance. Before the event, during the event, she has done all those activities which I had given. So a very big round of applause to Sheher Fatima Nikai. And I really appreciate her efforts, the way she has been doing, everything from day one. From day one, and not even day one, she has been, working behind the scene, asking people to join us and everything. So a great round of applause. And for her, I have a special prize as well. But I'm just telling you, people who religiously work, they get results. Now, today, when she made one liner statement and the banner, it was really so simple. And I commented her inside the group, see how simple you have made it, but still need some refinement. That's okay. It takes some time to refine all those things. But now you are aware who you are, whom you want to work with, what results you want to give to the customers. That's the beauty of that. So once again, congratulations, Sir Fatima Nakai, for your achievement here during this event. Would you like to share something?
सो मच। और सर मैं भी यही कहूंगी कि मैं सबकी मैंने बात सुनी, और मैं वही सोच रही जो मैंने शुरू में कहा कि 3 दिन में इतना मिला है तो 3 महीने में कितना मिलेगा। तो थैंक यू सो मच सर।
Welcome, welcome. So that's Shahar. Good. So now we are going to move ahead with little more things which you have. Right. So now, as I said yesterday, my goals for you, it's not about, one particular thing. I'll be helping you to launch and scale your business, start enrolling your dream clients, scale to 10K on fast track, streamline your sales and marketing processes, build your dream business and achieve freedom, and start making the impact. Actually, we all are becoming coaches, not only for the sake of money, but for transforming others' life. So these are my goals for you. If you are somebody who is looking to do something like this, you're most welcome. Now, as I said, what you are going to get in all this coaching is you're going to get 2 times live weekly mentorship, one-on-one hot seat and role plays. You'll be getting the business building layout inside the learning portal. I have a learning portal which has all those things recorded in terms of videos and text and cheat sheets, Excel sheets, PDFs, everything. Access to the business infrastructure, as I told you, KPI tracker, organic sales funnel, maybe a few terms you might not be knowing, but I'll be teaching you if you become a part of my team. We have talked about high ticket sales framework, but again, a lot of things you need to get into, when you do practice all those things. Then we have chat encyclopedia, access to these coaches. You have seen 4 people already shared their experience. 5 people shared their experience. They are literally high energy coaches who are ready to help you every now and then, even if I'm not there. Like even Kanav helped share me. I was out for some work today, but I was seeing that somebody is helping somebody, right? So this kind of a community, the power of community helps you to grow faster. And again, you get access to private communities, replays and tradings of the live events, right? So these are few of the images and that, so this is what I had a call with Rahul. I just taken a screenshot here. This is the page of my learning portal. Now, inside the learning portal, I have business building layout made. There are a lot of things inside it. We have business infrastructures, SOPs and templates. We have KPI tracker. We just need to give, your goal and your offer price. Everything would come like, how many sales call you need to do, how many offers you need to do, how many calls you need to book, how many conversations you are going to do. Based on that, all these trackers would be there for you to track yourself. Then, as I said, organic sales funnel, how you're going to make a funneling system to get more and more clients and quality leads as well. High ticket sales framework. This is one of the snapshots inside the framework, which I have already created. And the chat encyclopedia, we have been talking about talking to customers, right? Without talking to customers, we cannot book a call. So what framework you are going to use in order to chat to people? It's all about talking. Now talking on a phone, talking on a chat, talking on a video call, everything is different. So again, the minute details of all those things which are captured here inside the system. And as I said, community, access to the community of high energy coaches, private community. This is one of my private communities where all these paid customers are there. And we do sessions exclusive for these people also, apart from the free one. And again, replays and trainings of the live events. And this is one of those, slides from one of the events. And I just said, how are you going to get? Yesterday, I had told you that these are the prices. The total price is 1747, but this was not the actual thing which I'm going to offer you. I had showed you something better than this. What was the better thing? So can you guess the special offer price only for today? I showed something yesterday. No issues. I'll just go on. So now I don't want to show these slides, which already I have showed yesterday. And I've added few more, results, which people have already given in terms of the money part, yeah, these are few of the things which people have shared. Now, tell me who would be interested to work with me after knowing all these things. Okay, Kanav is there. Fatima Sher is there. Okay. What about the Vismita, Kirti, Ramani, Sunil? Okay, no issues. It's your choice. Good. So now I'll show you something special which I have. Special offer price. Yesterday I told it's not 1746, 17476. It's not even half of this, which is 8738. Even it's not half of 8738. So it's 3 monthly installments of 1200, which I had discussed yesterday. And I told you that I have something very special for you for the last day, right? So what's that special thing? It's $3,500 one time, which will include 3 months of DFY services for personalized content, which is worth 1500 free. So as I told you, we have Damini here. She's also a business coach and she's an expert in content creation. So Damni is my teammate and we work together. She will be helping you for creating 3 months of content on behalf of you, right? Which is included in this 3,500 one-time payment. But this will be valid only for people who are going to book a call with me today. What you need to do is, don't need to give me any money. I'm not asking for any money. What you need to do is, you need to just book a call with me today. If you are okay, come prepared with a mindset that you're going to take a decision. Book a call with me. Let me also understand you, whether me and you are a right fit for each other or not. There is no compulsion, as I said, but if you wanted to take your business to the next level, if you think that I'm the right person, you have seen how 3 days I have been teaching you without holding anything to myself, personalized things are there for you. So this is what my best offer for all of you is, right? And again, I said, no need to pay me now. Only need to do is book a call. And for Sheher, I have a special prize which I'll be sharing with her on a one-on-one call. So I'll ask, Damini to put the call booking link here so that if somebody is interested to book a call, please book a call based on the slots available. And Sir, you also book a call. I'm going to give you something very, very special, not whatever I have seen. Mind it. It's going to be even better than that because you have been very instrumental. You have done lots of stuff. For you, it's a very special package, right? But for others, if you want to, thank you so much. For others, if you want to, go ahead with me, you can just book a call with me. You just need to answer a few of the questions, which I need to know about your business in detail so that I also come prepared on a call. My time, your time, both are important, right? And I have already my days packed most of the time. So maybe in one day, you'll be finding 1 or 2 slots. So Damini, if you are okay, just put the link of the call booking.
Sir,
So
I've
that,
already put the link in the chat box.
okay, good. And also put it in the WhatsApp group. So the link is there in the chat. You can just take 1 minute of your time. You can share your screenshot if the call is booked, right? So that even I'm aware which date, what time I'm going to meet you. When Kanav was interested, Kanav, you can also book a call, right? So that we fix our timing to move ahead. Siddharth and, Kirti, Devasmita, Sunil, if you are also interested, please book a call.
Sure, we'll
Because,
do that.
yeah. So it's as simple as that. I'm not asking for any money. It's about your commitment to go ahead with me. If you have now experienced the 3 days with me, you have understood maybe my knowledge, my experience, my expertise, right? And if you think that I might help you take your business ahead, that is your part. You need to book a call. On the call, I also need to know whether you are committed to take it ahead or not. So I have my parameters to check that. We'll both take a firm decision to go ahead together or not. As simple as that. It's a no obligation call. But if you want to, come with something specific questions for your business, maybe I'll be able to help you. And I respect your time as well. मेरे को बुरा नहीं लगेगा कि आप आकर के भी ना बोलोगे. That's okay. I understand. Not everybody is going to go ahead, but still you'll be finding that kind of a value that will help you to move ahead in your business. That is for sure. That I can guarantee, right? So that is one. And secondly, I would like you to fill a feedback form about the entire experience. I have made some simple questions in a Google form. Damini, if you can share that as well. So
Sure, sir.
that will help me improve my, uh, entire event actually. That I have asked you about my expertise, my way of delivering and all those things. Yeah. So Damini has put both the links. One is the call booking link, another is the Google form link. If you can take just 2 minutes time and do it right away, and these things would be there in the group as well. Damini group में भी आप डाल देना, that would be okay,
Sure, sir.
right? Yeah. So take 1 minute of your time, 1 minute each, and you can please do that. Hope I'm in time. I've not delayed much. It's 7:47. Okay. Try to, but next time onwards, what I have felt is I wanted to explain even better. Maybe from next time onwards, I'll be, telling you to come prepared with 2 hours or even more than that, because 90 minutes I felt was little less. I could have explained even in better with more examples, but again, keeping the time in mind, I shortened it. Otherwise, I explained even I could have explained even more. But anyway, I hope you all had, understood the concepts and whatever I taught, right? Thank you. So everybody has done it. Please do it and let me, before going and before leaving, because 3 days we have had a great time together, knowing each other. I'm open and this group would be open, the WhatsApp group would be open. You are ready to even chat with me if you want to book a call. See the timings if it suits you. Book it, maybe. Yeah, I have some slots open for this entire week. Yeah, thank you. Shahar has booked the call. Thank you so much. Kanav, Siddharth, Sunil, Kirti. Kirti, you approached me, some time back, but you didn't book the call. Is there anything? Don't worry, I'm not going to ask money for it. Right? You can book a call. Let's discuss if you want to have some kind of a discussion, na? Right?
Yes, sir. I just filled the form, sir. I've sent. Yeah.
Form
Yes, sir.
में
I will
call
definitely,
call
sir.
call booking
Sure,
का
sir.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. आप डर मुझे लगा आप डर के भाग गए last time.
नहीं सर, मैं पैकिंग कर रही हूँ, मायके जाना है.
Oh, nice, good. No, whenever you get time, please do let me know. We can have a call booked. We understand. Let me understand what you want. Where are you? And if I can help you, definitely we'll go ahead. Right? कोई जोर जबरदस्ती वाली चीज नहीं. I'm
Sure,
very
sir.
open in this.
Sure,
ऊपर
sir.
वाला सब देखता है, ऊपर वाला सब करता है. So I believe in that. I'm doing my things religiously. So मेरे को कोई टेंशन नहीं होती है. But I want to work with people like, who really wants to grow. मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है. People are working there, getting results. So that is the, energy which I get. And I really love it, actually. Good. Okay. So form आपने भर दिया. Call आप अभी नहीं book करोगे. You are planning to go somewhere. आप मैके जा रहे हो. That's okay. Whenever you get time, do let me know. We have already talked, right? So
Yes,
जब
sir.
भी आपको लगता है कि you need my help, please do, let me know. We'll come on a call and we'll
Sure, sir.
discuss.
Sure, sir.
Good. Hope your kid is doing good, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Good. Who else? Debasmita, you want to share anything? You have been into multiple coaching programs, I know. How do you like this 3 days? If you want to share something. Are you there, Debasmita? Anybody wants to share anything now? I'm done. Kanav, you can also check the timings and book a call. Yeah, done. Thank you so much.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. Tell me.
Yes, sir. पहले दिन से related करें और चाहिए मैं
I'm not able to hear you. आपकी आवाज कट रही है. आप लोग सुन पा रहे हो क्या? मुझे आवाज कट के आ रही है. शहर आपकी आवाज कट रही है.
फिर मुझे दे मैं और
मुझे आवाज नहीं आ रही. Are you people able to hear? नहीं ना? Yeah, it's not audible. Okay, Debasmita, no issues. Carry on.
सर अभी आवाज आ रहा है?
हाँ, अभी आ रही है. बताइए.
कि आपने बोला ना अपनी करते जाए, कोई ऐड करने की जरूरत है या ऐसे बिल्कुल वो जैसे
साउंड क्लियर नहीं है.
हाँ, साउंड क्लियर नहीं है. बट मुझे एक चीज सुनाई दी. आप ये पूछ रहे हो कि ऐड करने की जरूरत है कि नहीं, कोई ऐड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. मेरा पूरा सिस्टम ऑर्गेनिक काम करता है. जब तक आप एक लेवल पर नहीं पहुंच जाते हो तब तक मैं आपको रिकमेंड नहीं करूंगा ऐड में पैसे डालने के लिए. This is all organic. You don't have to pay any money to any of the channels. Is it clear? It's all organic, Shahar. Is it okay? उनके यहाँ कुछ नेटवर्क का इशू हो गया है. Yeah, done. So you have already booked the call. We'll come in a call
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll talk.
Call book.
Kanav, you have also booked. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Welcome,
Good.
sir. Welcome.
Good. So thank you so much, guys, for this 3 days wonderful timing, spent with me. I hope I have given worth more than what time you have already invested with me, and look forward to your growth, your success all the time. I'm available. I'm very active on social media as well, especially on Facebook. Messenger, कभी भी आपको कोई दिक्कत हो, तो I'm there to help you out. And that's it. Wishing you all the best. Looking forward to seeing you growing all the time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir, for this
you.
amazing 3-day challenge. And it was lovely. And it was lovely to have you all as well. Thank you, everyone.
Welcome and thank you so much. See you till the next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.